So for this, we're going to be talking about clearing the clutter. This is really helpful, especially with those outdoor pictures where maybe you didn't realize there was a piece of trash or a leaf or a water bottle or something in the background. That is what we call an eyesore or an eye catcher. And it's one of those things that you have this beautiful picture and then all of a sudden there is this eyesore right in the middle of the background and you need to remove it. It happens all the time. In this picture, this is the picture that's on our assignment page in the Lightroom section under the tab Clear the Clutter. If you right click on it and then choose Save Image, you can save it to your computer, then open Lightroom and add it to your Lightroom library so that you can follow along. If you need to do that, take a minute to pause this video so that you can go and do that. I have already started on this photograph. Down at the bottom right, this icon with the hollow rectangle and the solid rectangle is where I can see my before and after. So down at the bottom, you can see I have already removed a couple paper clips and pins down in the bottom. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do. This works really well, especially talking about portraiture with zits. A lot of time I have a bride or a senior that comes to me and says, oh my gosh, I have this horrible zit over here. Can you please get rid of this? Yes, I can do that. So I can't do it for all zits and acne. That's what a dermatologist is for. But for those one little singular spots, this is definitely a good way to help heal that. So over on the right-hand side, there is a Band-Aid icon, and it is your healing brush. So if you click on the Band-Aid icon, it will open this window, your healing brush window. This drop-down should be on Heal. This affects the size of your brush. And my brush is this tiny little circle that appears right over here. So that's my brush. So I can change the size of my brush. And notice that it is 2 concentric circles. So that means that the inside circle, the main one, is where you will actually be affecting your photograph. The outside one, that space between the inside circle and the outside circle, is where Lightroom will do what's called a feather, where it will blend the data together so that it looks seamless, like a seamless edit. I can change that right here in the feather section. I typically keep my feather pretty small because what I've learned when I keep it larger is that it gets really blurry and you can see your edited spot very easily that way. So I'll set that size down. Next, I am going to pick a spot to work on. I've already done these couple down here. I'm going to try and find something that is freestanding. So like this blue push pin over here at the bottom left. So what I'm going to do is I am going to hit Control + on my keyboard and zoom in. Control - zooms out. You can also change that down here in the corner as well. But once you're zoomed in, you can see I did not zoom in on the spot that I wanted to work on. So I can press and hold the space bar and my little hand appears. And while I'm holding the space bar, I can use my trackpad to click and drag over to the area that I want. So I'm going after this little blue push pin right here. So once I move it over, I can Control + and zoom in some more. You can see if I zoom in too much, it starts to get pixely and gross. I also want to make sure that I can see enough of the area around it so that I can make sure that this blends really well. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to click on this area that I want to remove, and Lightroom is going to magically find somewhere else that has that same kind of color and light data to replace it with. So I'm going to make mine a little bit smaller. Sometimes if you get round objects, like this little knot in the wood right here. If I wanted to remove just that round object, I could change the size of my brush and make it just the right size of that little round knot in the wood. And with one click, I can remove it. But for this one, what I'm going to do is make my brush smaller, and then I can click and hold and sort of drag it like a paintbrush to where I get the right size. Now when I let go, Lightroom does its thing for me. And if I don't like it or it doesn't match, because sometimes it doesn't, I can click and drag this around. So what I'm paying attention to are the lines in the wood grain, making sure that they match up. Here we go, it's probably pretty good. And if I'm happy with it, I can hit return on my keyboard or enter. And then I always want to kind of zoom back out and make sure that it blends well with the rest of my picture. And it sure does. So I'll show you this one because this was an example where the blend didn't really go very well. And I had to move it from where Lightroom suggested I pull it from. So I will hit the delete button and delete that. This one's tricky because it's on this seam right here where I can see down in between the planks of wood. So I made my brush the size of the push pin. If you want to change the size of your brush with your keyboard, your quick command for that are the bracket keys that are underneath your plus and minus sign at the top right hand side of your keyboard. Your bracket keys are like the square parentheses. The one under the plus sign will make your brush bigger. The one under the minus sign will make it smaller. So here we go. It's just the right size of my blue push pin. I click on it, and that's what Lightroom thinks is a good fix. Obviously, that's not. It's reading the blue with the blue push pin and the wood and thinks, hey, this matches, when really it doesn't. So now what I can do is I can move this over and adjust it. Here we go. And that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Now this is best for small fixes. If I went in and tried to remove this calculator, there's nowhere else that there's empty that has that space that I would be able to pull from. So that's why it's really important before you even take the picture to check for things like trash on the ground or random trees or buildings that are in the background that don't match. How can you reposition yourself as a photographer? How can you reposition your model so that when you take this picture, these eyesores are not there to begin with? Sometimes you can't help it. Other times you can. So it's always good to check your scene before you take the picture. But that is how to spot heal.